restore this junkyard Aston Martin back to its $250,000 supercar glory that it is. The insurance company totals this car over a $32,000 seat and a $35,000 seat, and some paintwork and mechanical work. But after one lucky phone call, we got this car fixed for less than a quarter of the price. Stick around to the end of the video, you won't believe how we got it done. So I've been scrolling through Copart looking at Bentleys and Rolls Royces and Maseratis and Porsches, and we've done all that. I wanted something new and exciting, and I found the perfect car. A 2021 Glacier White with a white leather interior, a twin turbo 542 horsepower Aston Martin DBX. I have been waiting for this thing to come in from Florida, and it just showed up. Let's check it out. Hell yeah, baby. Can you drive it? Can you start it? Good work. We love George, but he did just celebrate his 75th birthday, so I gotta give him a little slack. Just get the straps off, George. I'll take care of it. Oh gosh, it looks really nice so far. Got some good tires on it. You know those aren't cheap. Brakes look, I don't know. The rear hatch isn't shut quite right. I don't know. On first glance, I'm thinking this thing is in really nice shape. Oh, we do have some body damage right there. I don't know how George does it. I would have been starting the thing up and driving it. All right, let's be honest. I can't wait.
This thing's got the funniest door handles. You have to push over here and then lift there.
The cluster's lighting up. That's a nice option. Usually they've got dead batteries. All right, I'm going for it. All right, so get the key busted off of here. Don't need that. I'm really encouraged that the instrument cluster is lighting up. Oh wow, this thing has the nice key. So the Aston Martins, you got an optional glass key, which is about another $2,500. And this one actually has the glass key. That is nice. Abada, ubada, ubada. Here we go. Oh my gosh. I hear a little bit of a rattle underneath the car, maybe an exhaust shield or something. Probably forklift damage. We got a whole bunch of lights on. It's lit up like a Christmas tree. All right, well, let's get this thing in the shop where we can do a good walk around on it, but I can tell you a bunch of stuff I see already. The first thing that I failed to mention, yeah, it's kind of a recovered theft unit, and yeah, it's missing the seats. The only seat that's in the car is the driver's seat. But hey, at least I got a driver's seat. So let me get it pulled in. We can check it in. Man, this has got to be one of the coolest cars we've ever done. It just sounds awesome. Now I do have a lot of lights going on here, so let's go through these. We've got a brake light. Now the emergency brake light is also on, but I think that's just because the e-brake's on. We've got a tire light. We've got an airbag light, which I'm sure is because there's no seats. Left rear malfunction, right rear malfunction. Check brake pads. Well, of course, you're not gonna replace the brakes when you're driving a stolen car. Check washer fluid, and that's it. All right, let's do a walk around on this thing. God, I look forward to driving this thing. Man, it just sounds so nice. Well, we did see a little bit of body damage. I guess it's on the other side. Let me show you the big problem with this car. And what I was, all right, I really wanted the car, but what I was hesitant about was these seats that are missing. I did call our local Aston Martin dealer up in Columbus and just priced out the seats before buying the car, and that's why I got it for $60,500, is because this passenger seat is a little over $30,000, and the back seat is even more. It's $32,000, and to make it worse, even if you were gonna spend the $62,000 on the two seats, they're 5 to 6 months out. Their leather shop is back ordered. We got the car for half price, but I gotta find some seats. Now, I did do some research before getting it. There are some seats out there. I don't know about color matches, so, but that's the big problem with this car. We need those two seats. What is really encouraging is that they didn't like trash the rest of the interior, you know? Somebody's got a really nice recliner in their living room. Because what the hell are you doing? You're stealing a $32,000 seat to put it on your back deck? Here's one of the bolts. So at least we got that. Here's some more. So we got the bolts. Let's see what they did back here. So fortunately, they've only taken the seat bottom and not the seat back, but it's still $32,000 because they make you buy the entire assembly. The wires for the seat heaters and seat weight sensors look like they were surgically taken apart. They were unsnapped instead of ripped out and cut. I mean, I couldn't be happier with it, really. This thing's in really nice shape. We got ourselves an exciting car here. This is gonna be a fun rebuild. Hopefully it'll be a quick one, but obviously getting those seats is our big concern with this one. So we'll get it in, do the Frontline checklist. It says it needs brakes, so I'm sure it does, get an oil change in it. And in the meantime, I need to start finding some seats. So the rebuild begins on the Aston Martin. We've actually been waiting about a week since I saw you last because the brake pads, I went to order them from Aston and they were over $3,000. So I found a set of pads online for 685 bucks. We just got those in, and the oil change, which Preston's getting ready to do. This drivetrain is the M177 Mercedes-Benz 4.0 liter twin turbo drivetrain. So we were able to get that oil change locally. It's the same one as like a 2020 Mercedes S63 AMG. So we got that oil change, and we've got that rattle up underneath that we all know is Copart damage, but we still got to get it up under there, figure out what that forklift did, get that fixed. Let me show you what $700 pair of brake pads look like.
Oh, new sensors, nice. Brake pad kit front. So what do you got? You got the rears? The front?
Rainbow brake pad kit front. I think you got the rear. I think I've got the front.
Yeah, agreed. Yep, that is the front pad. All right, so he's gonna get the brakes on there, do the oil change, and hopefully find that rattle. In the meantime, we'll get Joe over here to scan it and see what's going on with all those airbag messages. All right, let's see you do your magic.
Touching right here on the hanger.
6.5 hours later.
God, I love the way that thing sounds. All right, so the guys have already left for the day, so I brought them over a little present. I want to go ahead and get this body work done while we're still dealing with the seat debacle. There was one spot that we noticed when we unloaded the car on our initial check-in there. We have found another one back here on what's typically a fender. On this car, it's the bonnet or the hood. There is a little scratch right here that unfortunately has actually gone through the clear coat and through the color coat. So we're gonna have to fix both of those. So when they show up in the morning, they're gonna have a little gift sitting here for them. I'm trusting them with my $200,000 Aston Martin. Nate, how's my baby coming? I know, people call me f***ing crazy for trusting you.
I'm gonna need some child support.
What? God, this looks great, dude. Next, you're gonna tell me how this is a 3-day job?
Yeah, I gotta take the hood off, I gotta take the bumper off, break everything down, prep it all, paint it, wet sand, buff it.
Never heard what you had. I'm gonna go bury my head in the sand. I'll be back next week.
Sounds good.
No, that's awesome. It's Matt R at nkyauto.com. Yep, get that over to me. I'll fill it out and get it right back to you. Oh, Declan, you have no idea what a lifesaver you've been on this project. That is just awesome. Thanks for keeping it up and looking for that thing. Okay, I'll be looking for the email. All right, thanks. Goodbye. You will not believe who I just got off the phone with.
Who's Declan?
He is the guy I've been working with at Euro Spares. They found the seat. Not only did they find the seat, they found both the seats, and they're in the right color. Whew! So, here's the problem though, and you gotta sit down for this one. $18,000, better than $65,000 from the dealer. He's getting me the front seat for $14,000, which is a lot, but he's got the back seat for $4,000, bottom only, and they're in the right color. I mean, they're perfect. So, thank God, it looks like we're gonna be able to pull this one out after all.
One eternity later.
It is a great day here at Northern Kentucky Auto Sales. We got the seats in from our friends in Great Britain. Gosh, I'm a little anxious over this one. It's been almost 6 weeks now we've been waiting to get these seats in. But the package doesn't look damaged, so that's good. I don't see anything wrong with it. Make sure I don't cut the leather, right? Why do I see blue everywhere? They wrapped this thing up like Fort Knox. I just don't want to go through the plastic and actually damage one of the seats. Oh yeah, look at that. Sometimes I need to just calm down. Seat looks great, but I'm just throwing it around. That's a $4,000 seat I just tossed on the floor. Clearly, whoever had this car had a car seat here, because you can see the impression of the car seat.
It's even got all the little red inlays on it. This is looking really good. It's got the heated seats. It's got the seat weight sensors because this car has rear airbags. So that's looking good. The passenger seat came with the seatbelt buckle. That's a nice little add in there. We are gonna need that. Let's tilt it back. They've got it bolted down to the pallet, so I can't move it. But I was just wanting to see if all the modules are underneath it. It does have the seat switch on it. It looks like everything's there. All right, so I'm excited about this. Huge step forward for the DBX project. I need to get one of the guys to start bolting these things in. I know just the way to start this day off right, and that is getting these seats installed in this Aston. And I know just the guy for it. Richard! Hey, wake up, man. We gotta go to work. Where the hell is he? It's almost 8 in the morning. I need to get some more coffee in this guy. Okay, so he's got the seats in the car. They were the right seats. They bolted in, but there's a problem. Let's check it out. Don't even look at me like that.
I didn't do it. It works halfway. It won't go forward or backward, but it does move up. The back works.
Well, still, that's exciting that it bolted in the car. It's the right seat. The wire connectors were all the same. You think it's a programming issue, or?
It could be. Might be a switch too, though.
How's the back seat?
Looks good.
Ah, look at that. It's all in there. So have you turned it on to see if that airbag light went away?
No, I haven't.
Fingers crossed, right? Let's check this out. So I get to be the first one. All right. Right front malfunction, right rear malfunction. So we've got 2 airbag messages. One for a right front malfunction and one for a right rear malfunction. I know just the guy to go get. Joe! We got a problem! Oh, my good buddy. The passenger seat doesn't work. It works. It actually had the right computer, the wiring, everything hooked up, but it doesn't go forward and backwards. And we still have an airbag message for the front right seat and the right rear. Okay. So I need you to do your magic. And don't tell me we need any parts.
Okay.
You the man.
Okay, no voltage, which sends me to the switch. It's probably bad, so I need to take this whole panel off and then I'll test the switch. No power coming out of the switch. So I'm gonna say this switch is bad. So we're gonna have to replace it.
Why are you looking at me like that? What the hell did you guys do?
Got some bad news for you. Need a seat switch.
Well, it's better than the whole seat.
We tested power to the motor, no power. Went to the seat switch, tested power coming out, no power coming out.
You know this thing's gonna be like $1,500, right?
That's why I took that one out.
It's amazing. You spend $18,000 on a seat and the damn thing doesn't even work. So get a seat switch. What about my airbag? Tell me my airbag's done.
I haven't done that for you.
We ain't gonna front line this thing if we keep,
And
okay.
I'll hook it open.
All right, you get your little handy dandy computer hooked up there?
Just a few codes, 55.
55 codes, you gotta be kidding me. Have you tried clearing them yet?
Not yet.
Well, that's gonna be the real question.
Yeah, I can read it real quick and see what's left.
Yeah, why don't you do that? Just listen to me better this time. Just don't tell me I need any parts, all right? I'm already gonna go find your seat switch for you. So you do your thing, I'll do my thing.
Hit the button.
Hit the button. Hell yeah, I do. Quick erase. See? I fixed it.
So I'm down to 9 codes. Oh, everything's cleared out except 9, which is all for the passenger seat. So hopefully the switch will take care of the rest of the 9 codes after I get all that plugged back in and the seat working. The SRS codes all went away. All the other ones went away. And we just gotta wait for a seat switch.
So I've been digging around on eBay and I've got a couple options for this seat switch. I found the exact same part number. It's 800 bucks and it's coming from China. So I'm not really excited about that because it's 4 weeks out. I found another one that's the same switch, slightly different part number, but it's only $160 and I can get it in a couple days because it's just coming from Florida. So you guys already know what I did. I just bought that one, so we gotta hurry up and wait. Look what just came in. We got our seat switched, so now I just need Joe to put it in. Joe! What the hell are you doing working on a Porsche? You know the British cars are more important than the German ones. Look what I got.
Seat switch.
Just tell me it's the right switch.
Looks exactly the same. 2 connectors, that's how the other one was. Memory, same thing.
Hopefully, we put that switch in, we'll be able to clear out those last 8 or 9 codes or whatever. Keep your fingers crossed. All right, let's do your magic. That Ford
has water in the damn tranny, dude. And we're buying a tranny, we don't even have the water out of it yet. All right, cheer me up.
I fixed your seat. It works now. Just didn't have a good connection with the switch.
All right, well, put that thing back together. And then let's clear out the codes, or try to clear out the codes.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll go away.
Dude, that's awesome. Okay, all right, get that thing back in there. Life is good. I might just be, you know what? I'm taking this thing home tonight. Put that seat in there, please.
Okay, I'll get it.
Joe just gave me the keys to the Aston. He's got the seat bolted back in and was able to clear out all the codes. Everything looks good so far. So I'm gonna drive it home, make sure nothing else pops up, work that final punch list. But there is a problem. If my wife sees this thing, I'm in trouble. She has a thing for high-end luxury items. That's why she picked me. So I better be careful where I park this thing. So what am I doing here standing at the board to do the numbers? Well, it's a problem. That car never made it back here. I drove it home that one day. My wife saw it, absolutely fell in love with it. The white interior with the white pearl paint. She just loved it. We sent it over to Connor and the guys at Legendary. They shined it up and it went straight back to my house. That car never came back here because she knows if it did, I'd have sold it. So the lesson here is, for all you rebuilders out there, don't ever do an Aston Martin. You think you're getting a cool car that'll be fun to drive and you're gonna make some money off of it, but the reality is somehow that car is gonna end up in your garage. And you don't make any money doing that. Let's see what this one's gonna cost me. I paid $60,500 for the car, and George went and picked the thing up for us. So those weren't bad. The labor wasn't that bad. We had about 400 bucks over in the body shop with a couple $100 in paint and materials. Over here, still wasn't bad. $875 in labor, doing that brake job and the fluids and screwing around with those seats. But the parts, oh my gosh. I was completely caught off guard on how much an Aston Martin seat costs. I was just oblivious. We had $19,414 in parts, all because of those seats, obviously. And then Legendary did a great job detailing it for us at $250, which brings our total in the car to $81,638. And I'm going to just put a big minus sign right there because that is what it cost me for doing an Aston Martin, because that's money I ain't ever gonna see again. The rest of the numbers are good. I mean, the car actually is worth $98,332. It has an 87-day supply, so, you know, it's something I would have put on the lot around $80,000, which is under what I had in it, all because of my naivete on those seats. My wife got a nice little early Valentine's Day present. What I got out of it, still to be determined. But that brings us to the end of the video. Thanks for watching. If you like this kind of content, be sure to like and subscribe. I'm Matt Ryan, and this is another episode of NKY Auto.